Gucci, so today Fendi, so
It's hot. Hey, it's Nikki Jensen.
And Brie Piccone.
And we're
Late to the Party.
A weekly podcast about film, fashion, and pop culture from two best friends mentally surfing some waves in 2002.
Yeah, we're charging that pipe, if you know what I mean.
Brah. Hanging loose. Surfs up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So today we're talking about Blue Crush, which is a 2002 surf film starring Kate Bosworth and Michelle Rodriguez, which I've never seen before yesterday.
Wait a minute.
Okay, we do have a story
Yeah.
that we saw like the first 10 minutes of Blue Crush, but
Yes.
besides that, I'd never seen it.
Wait a minute. What about... I remember being like 7, maybe 8 at a mutual friend's birthday party. Like a sleepover situation. And I could have sworn we all watched Blue Crush.
I don't remember this.
You don't remember this?
No.
And there was like a pizza party.
I mean, I remember parties at her house, but I don't remember watching Blue Crush. I feel like they wouldn't, because growing up, we hung out with a lot of like goody two shoes Christian girls.
Yeah.
I don't think
They were that's where I saw it. I have seen Blue Crush, but that said, it's been like a lot of years. Like a lot of time
20
has
years.
passed. Yeah, 20 years. Literally until that one time we started watching it and saw the 10 minutes.
Well, yeah. Okay. Can we rewind for a second?
Yeah.
Our story with Blue Crush, but also before we get into Blue Crush, can we just talk about what we just experienced today?
Oh yeah, that's right.
In our Lord and Savior 2023?
Yeah, in the here and now.
Oh my God. So we're recording this like mid-afternoon. We recorded this morning. We're doing a twofer.
Yep.
We decided to take a walk, a little jaunt downtown.
Yeah. Got ourselves some sandwiches.
Yeah. And we're just going to walk like our normal route. And all of a sudden, I started noticing, like, okay, we'll start, like, for one, Hawthorne Heights was playing a show at the movie theater last night. And, like, someone was like, Nikki, you want to see it? And I said, no, I don't want to see a bunch of sad elder emos.
Yeah. Not a vibe.
Yeah, it's just not a vibe. Like, I don't even know a song by them except maybe like 2. And anyways, so we start seeing like people maybe in their 30s, maybe in their 40s, lots of tattoos. Like they're like pale chicks coming out of the woodwork. Like they've never seen the sun in their lives. Like people with, I don't know, like Hot Topic shirts, but not like cute from 2000, like the 2000s. Like now, like Hot Topic shirts.
Do people still shop at Hot Topic?
I don't know, but like, you know what I mean? Like they had those like graphic tank tops.
Yeah.
That were like pizza or I don't know. I'm a cat. You know, like those like kitschy shirts? Not like your sweatshirt, like your Shrek sweatshirt that you're wearing. That is cool. You can't buy that at Hot Topic.
Yeah.
But we were very confused. We did not know where we were.
There were also like flags that said something about being for lovers. And I'm like, lover? Like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was very confusing because there was like emblems on these flags that just popped up overnight. And I was like, what are these
going
flags?
on?
Yeah.
So we just start walking and then a crowd develops. And then I hear someone behind us go, for lovers. Like Ohio for lovers. And it dawned on me what was going on. So we accidentally walked into a music fest. It was like 303 red jumpsuit apparatus.
Yeah.
Like Bayside. Hawthorne Heights.
Yeah. We said we gotta turn back around.
We did. Well, we were going to sneak in because we know the back like route.
The local way.
And that we attempted to do that. And then I kind of got cold feet because I really didn't want to see 303.
Yeah.
I had like no desire. So
yeah, I feel like it would just be like depressing to see them now.
Yeah. Just depressing to see like old emos just reliving their youth.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I get people, like, at any age should be able to have fun. But there is something really, like, weird to me about that whole trend.
Are they gonna sing "Don't Trust a Hoe," by the way?
Oh, man.
Like, I mean, what is that gonna be like?
Just blaring out in the streets, because where we live,
We could hear it, actually, from where we are. That'd be cool.
so in the background, like, disclaimer, if you start hearing, like, some 303 in the background,
Yeah.
it's just because it's a music festival going on right now.
You're welcome.
But I said, no, we got to record Blue Crush.
Yeah.
We got to get home and we got to record Blue Crush.
Mm.
Here we are.
Here we are. Crushing
Wow.
it.
Yes. Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Um.
So wait, is this your first time watching Blue Crush?
Yes.
Wow.
I'd never seen it. I remember it coming out. It came out in August of 2002. A big summer for me,
Mm-hmm.
especially at the movies. Around this time, I know what I was seeing.
What were you saying?
I was probably seeing My Big Fat Greek Wedding for the 5th time. I was probably seeing Austin Powers Goldmember. I might have been seeing Master of Disguise.
Shrek? No, that was 2001, wasn't it?
Probably watching Shrek on VHS though, or DVD.
Yeah.
But yeah, like 2002, the summer of 2002 was such a big year.
Yeah, there was a
For
lot
movies.
going on.
And Signs came out the same weekend as Blue Crush.
The aliens, right?
Yeah, the M. Night Shyamalan.
Which now we know they're
Shyamalan.
real. Never doubted it.
Yeah, well, we saw Spice World. We know they're real.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I've never seen it. I was aware of the marketing.
Yes, I remember it being like a really big deal. And I remember seeing it at the sleepover. And I guess you weren't there. In my mind, you were. But I guess for some reason, no. Maybe you had already... No.
I'd already moved.
Maybe you'd already moved?
I moved in the summer of 2002.
Yeah, maybe
So.
that's what it was then. Well, I just remember it was a big deal, but I don't remember paying attention. But this time, I feel like I have a lot to say. Like,
Yeah.
the way this movie's filmed is very interesting. Like, also, if you just watch the first 10 minutes, you're going to be like, really, like, what is going on? Because you can't, it's like a bad acid trip, and then it's like, you can barely see anything that goes on for like the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, the expectations versus reality. Like about a year ago, we put on Blue Crush.
Mm-hmm.
And the first, 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, it is like a weird acid trip, or it looks like, honestly, it looks like a student film.
Yeah.
Like a good
It's kind of
student film.
artsy. Like, I kind of like that about it.
Yeah, it just has like what is that painting called? Like when oil mixes with like puddle water.
It's like dark. It's like almost like it's not Monet. Is it like, I think I know what you're talking about. It looks like a fog almost.
like an oil, not oil paintings, but like an oil spill kind of. Do you know
It's
what
like
I mean?
hazy.
Hazy, like that weird kind of like that certain effect that was like on Windows as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, just very artsy. And we like turned it off. We were like, what is this?
They were like,
Because my expectations, not knowing anything about this movie except seeing the previews, is I thought it was just Kate Bosworth and Michelle Rodriguez and girls in bikinis surfing.
having a good time.
Yeah, having the best time all the time. Like, I thought it was like Our Lips Are Sealed.
Yeah, I thought it would be like a really fun romp. It's actually quite serious.
I felt like Roger Ebert,
Yeah.
who gave it a thumbs up, a glowing review, and was like, you think this is just going to be like a girl movie in bikinis, and then it becomes more than that. And
Right.
I felt that in my core.
Same. Also, like, when we think of surfing culture, because, like, in his review, he made a good point about, like, you think of the Beach Boys, like, surfing's all fun and whatever, but you don't think of, like, competitive surfing that hard, or especially, like, women's competitive surfing. Like, I don't know. This movie, I feel like there's, like, a lot that goes on. It's kind of an inspiration. I feel like it might be underrated.
I think so. I really enjoyed this movie.
It had, like, surprisingly a lot of action as well, or at least the waves. Like, I thought it might be boring or something because we had only watched those 10 minutes and I was very confused. But it all made sense once you watch it through the end about why it was all like that.
It's going to be a little bit of a funky time because the soundtrack, it has this, like, interesting remix of Cruel Summer.
Yes.
It has Rockstar by NERD. So you know the vibes. And then it has Youth of a Nation by POD. So we're in 2002.
We are.
And we're getting funky. Like, that's just what it sets up, I think, in the beginning.
There's also a lot of like montages and time lapse. So it feels like so much is like happening, you know?
All the time. I enjoy it. I'm not familiar with this director.
Yeah.
But I dig it.
Same. Apparently he was like a surfer too. Like, so he had that perspective, which I think probably helped.
Yeah, definitely. I know Kate Bosworth has talked about really campaigning for this role and like hoping she just really wanted this role. And she was asked about that whole idea that it might just be girls in bikinis surfing. And she was like, I'm not worried about that because the director, like, he is a surfer. He doesn't view things like that.
Yeah.
Because I guess when you're in it, like, surf culture is way different than I think we on the outside must think of it.
Right.
It's funny because, like, I grew up in a place that there is a surf culture.
Yeah.
On the Outer Banks, but I know way more about skate culture, to be honest. I don't know anything about surf culture.
Yeah. Well, there's like a bit of a skate culture out here, I think. But there's also not, there's no like crazy pipeline out here. Like, it's just waves.
It's like not Hawaii. I mean, I know there's surf competitions.
Yeah.
Because, you know, growing up on the Outer Banks in Virginia Beach,
yeah,
you know, I've in both. There is a surf culture and there are surf competitions that happen here. And like the people that are in it are in it.
Yeah.
We're just not in it.
We're not in it. Yeah. I know. I feel like I was expecting this movie to be like that Mary-Kate and Ashley movie that we like. Yeah,
Our Lips Are Sealed.
Yeah. But no.
I mean, see, it could have been, and I could have been happy with that. But I agree with you. The surfing in this film, because they use a lot of pro surfers.
Yeah.
And you know, Michelle Rodriguez and Kate Bosworth did a lot of training.
Yes.
There is this cool aspect where you were talking about not getting bored during like those surf scenes, because you can tell someone's like really surfing, and it's a pro surfer surfing is kind of different than seeing just like a stunt double surfing.
Yeah. Also, the way it was filmed, like, some of my favorite shots are like when it comes, like, it's almost like a 360 shot of like the surfers. Like, there's this one shot of like Kate going in and out. It's like you see from behind the wave, and you're like, how in the world did they do this? Did you see any of like the behind the scenes, like how they filmed it?
A little bit, yeah.
They're like there's like people on surfboards. There's like the cameras taped to the surfboard. Someone's on jet skis, but they're like, there's people in the water, like, holding the camera up above their heads. Somehow, I don't know how, because the waves are, like, crashing. Like, how are you going to hold... You know that camera had to be heavy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
It was filmed at... Was it filmed in Hawaii?
I think it was Oahu. So not... I think it was, like, a place that was... like, not the actual pipeline, but something close.
But same geography situation.
Yeah.
Like, at least in Hawaii?
Yeah, at least in Hawaii. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Because they had... They mixed the actors with like local people as well and cast them, which is also cool. The authenticity.
Yeah, this film is so interesting because, first let's talk about the plot. So like, it is based on Susan Orlean's 1998 Outside Magazine article, Life's Swell. And it's, you know, just like a typical magazine article, like nothing to really write home about, but I can understand how someone would, the way she describes the culture in girls and surfing and surf culture, I can understand how someone would be like, yeah, this is a movie idea.
Yes. Wasn't there was like an uptick in like female surfers after this movie as well.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember like growing up, do you remember Bethany Hamilton?
Yes. Okay. Yes. You know what? I thought this movie was going to be about that, and I kept waiting the entire movie for the shark bite.
No.
I got confused because it was like 1 year later. Like, this movie came out in 2002, and then in 2003 is when I think she got her arm bit off by a shark.
Man.
But I totally got this movie wrong, Nick. My expectation was the shark is going to get her, because they do all those underwater shots where her legs are like this. And because it started off as such an acid trip and really like dark, I thought it was going to be a horror like film for like the longest time. And even up until the last minute of the film, like at the competition, I'm like, when's it going to happen? And then I felt really dumb after I read like...
No. And so Kate Bosworth's character, Anne Marie, her journey is not of one of Bethany Hamilton. She just almost drowned. So now she's having some PTSD.
Still scary though. They make the waves look kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie.
Honestly, being at the beach a lot as a kid and being just like knocked the wind out of me by waves, like it does scare me. Like I do have a fear of the ocean. So it's funny that this movie, you know, watching it, and she does have this fear.
Yeah. And
I think they like it's portrayed really well.
Do you do like tense up? Like
yeah. No, I don't know. I thought that was a really relatable aspect of the film. That she's just like she's gonna do it, but she's a little apprehensive.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So how would you describe the plot of Blue Crush?
It's 4 girlies, three young adults and 1 tween. I don't know. I guess they're just kind of like live together and
Brie, you know you can Google a plot. You don't have to like put this pressure on yourself. You have to be like, and that one Anne Marie makes sandwiches with mayo on it, and then she meets Hunter Warrington. Don't
ask me to make the plot.
The third, and then
Okay, well here it is. It's very simple. You ready?
Ready.
As a hardcore surfer girl prepares for a big competition, she finds herself falling for a football player. That's it. Nothing else happens.
No.
Very cut and dry, that synopsis there.
Basically. I think that sums it up. I mean, okay, they do leave out that the main character, Anne Marie, she is gearing up to have this big surf competition.
Yeah.
Where she has a good chance of winning.
Yes.
And she does meet Pooh Bear from Legally Blonde.
Uh-huh.
And they do spark up a romance.
Yes.
And they wear a lot of bikinis.
They do. Yeah. I like your plot better.
Thank you.
I am kind of, when I hear football player, I'm kind of like, that's it? That's lame. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, he is a football player.
It is, yeah, he is, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like the plot, like this just sells it short a bit.
Yes. This is a very accurate description of like a pro athlete.
Mm-hmm.
Because they meet. So Anne Marie meets, his name is Matt in the movie.
Yes.
Matt. Or Hunter. Or no, not Hunter.
No, it's Matt. The actor's name is Matthew as well. Like
Matthew Davis, right?
Yeah.
Who plays Warner.
Yeah.
In Legally Blonde.
Yeah.
Okay. So confusing.
I know.
It should be less confusing because his name is Matt. In real life too. But anyways.
Just seems too easy.
It does.
Just like the plot.
It does. Yeah, it is a very simple plot. But the way they like Matthew Davis portrays Matt and the way they showed them falling in love,
mm-hmm.
It is just like these athletes are staying at this hotel.
Yeah.
And it never really, like, he talks about football, but not in a very stereotypical, like,
it's not annoying.
He's not a caricature. He just mentions it sometimes.
Unlike his friends.
Yeah. Like, he's like low key. He's like a real person to me. I think that was a cool aspect.
Yeah. I agree.
Like, everyone feels really down to earth character-wise. Except, can we talk about the younger sister for a second?
Yeah.
You know, there's this one scene, because the sister is, like, going through a rebellious phase.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a scene where she's at this party, this rager.
Yeah.
Dude, the ADR. I don't think that girl opened her mouth once. And there was just words coming out of it. Did you notice that?
Wait, what? You mean someone dubbed her voice?
Yes, you can. Well, she probably dubbed her voice, but you can totally tell it's ADR because she's not moving her mouth, and there's like words of dialogue that she's like saying. It just took me way out of the movie.
I didn't notice. I was convinced.
Wild.
I was convinced. She's like, leave me alone.
Yeah, she wasn't talking. She was just like,
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Okay. I'll have to go back and watch because, yeah. I do feel like this movie, okay, it has some, it has a lot of strong suits.
Yes.
But there are some drawbacks. Like, I would say the dialogue itself.
I think the sister storyline is very, like, that's the weakest.
Yeah. Like, it could be better. It could be stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, is it Anne Marie?
Mm-hmm.
She kind of abandons her sister through a lot. Yeah, but I get it. It's like, you're not the mom, but still, you know what I mean? She's just kind of like, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, it is a very interesting dynamic because she's like, Anne Marie talks a lot about the mom abandoning them and like, you have to do your homework, little sister. But then she's also the one that prioritizes surfing over getting her sister to school.
Yeah.
And she'll do whatever, but then be like, she's not home.
And she'll be like, tell her friends, she's like, why didn't she do her homework? And it's like, wait a minute, your friends are gonna be raising your little sister. I don't know. If I was one of her friends, I'd be salty.
I think they were.
Yeah.
But it's wild. What did you think of Kate Bosworth as Anne Marie?
I thought she did a good job. This is, I think, her first role, and I don't know. I honestly don't know what else I've seen her in, or I feel like I've heard her name.
I think nowadays Kate Bosworth is more synonymous with like style icon. I think I know her a lot because of the fabulous clothes she wears, especially like 2010s. Like she was like one of the girlies, like a Sienna Miller.
Showing up on the red carpet and stuff.
Yeah, in like street style.
But
Kate Bosworth, after Blue Crush, had this like star trajectory. Like she was 18 when Blue Crush was filmed. I feel like the hype around her was massive. Mm-hmm. And then, she does Win a Date with Ted Hamilton, which is a flop, but it's a cute movie.
Okay.
And she is in Superman Returns as Lois Lane.
That's right.
Which I feel like after that, she doesn't get a role to shine in. I can't think of any other movies Kate Bosworth has been in.
Yeah.
But I remember after Blue Crush, like the hype was very real.
It was real.
So she's in The Horse Whisperer in 98. In 2000, she's in Remember the Titans. And then her big break is Blue Crush. But then she's in The Rules of Attraction, Beyond the Sea, Superman Returns. She was in that movie 21 with Tom Sturges. Or Jim Sturges, whatever. The Across the Universe dude. But yeah, she was in Still Alice in 2014. But nothing nothing of note.
Yeah, nothing that stands out.
In recent years. But yeah, she's been the face of SK2 since 2012. She's married to Justin Long.
Oh,
so
good for her.
So I know who that is.
I know. Yeah. What about Michelle Rodriguez?
Okay, Michelle Rodriguez is probably, like, she stays booked and busy.
She does.
And she stayed booked and busy for the last 20 years, which is great. She kind of scares me. Like, she intimidates me.
Yeah, same.
Like, she's one lady that if I saw her on the street, I'd be like, like, I'm sure she's a fun hang, but I know she could kick my butt.
Right? I know. I don't want to piss her off. And she knows how to drive fast and furiously.
I know. Yeah, she's the Fast and Furious girl. Is she the one in the Romance with Vin Diesel?
I think so. I know she like got her license on that set or something, apparently. Like, that's how she learned to drive, was through Fast and Furious.
Nice.
And it shows on those jet skis.
I know.
When she whips it.
I know. Like, listening to Michelle Rodriguez talk about Blue Crush behind the scenes, it's like you can tell this woman goes all in. Like, when she was talking about learning how to surf and, like, being on the jet skis, like, she's just, like, game, which I think is really cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love how she's pretty much maintained this kind of, like, action career
Was she in the Resident Evil movie?
Yes.
Or I know the first one.
I think she was like a military like person. I don't know.
Oh.
That was stuck in she was like leading the gang, I'm pretty sure.
Nice. So I liked her in this movie a lot. I think she was, I don't know, she plays like that level-headed, like cool chick. I liked her.
Yeah. She's kind of a tough cookie too.
Yeah. What did we think of Matthew Davis as Matt?
I mean, I feel like I've seen him in so many things.
Really? Like what?
Well, other than Legally Blonde, he was in The Vampire Diaries.
I knew you were going to say that. I was like, what? Like, when I see this man, I'm like, that's Warner.
Yeah.
That's Pooh Bear and Legally Blonde. That's it. That's all I know him from.
Yeah. Which, like, it was hard for me to kind of like him in this, only because I feel like he's in these douchebag roles.
Does he play that in The Vampire Diaries?
Yeah. Well, at first you like him, and then I think he turns bad somehow. I don't know. There's drama, and you can't trust. I don't know. It's kind of like in Legally Blonde, like the facade. You know, you're like, oh, he seems like a sweet boy, and then it turns out he's a douchebag. So I was waiting for that to happen, but it didn't. So it was kind of the opposite. I was like, oh wow, he's gonna be a douchebag, and I was like, oh no, he's actually really nice.
I thought he did a really good job of playing someone so sweet.
Yeah.
But not being like saccharine. Like he never like verges that line of just being like fake.
Yeah. Although his note, I feel like his note was a little over the top, where he was like, order as much room service as you want so they can give the maids a raise. I'm like, I don't think it's gonna work like that, buddy, but that's sweet.
Yes.
Like, you don't have millions right now, do you? Or, you know what I mean? He seems like pretty early in his career. I don't know. But what do I know?
I mean, his logic seems a little weird, but yeah, his heart's in the right place.
Yeah, his heart's in the right place.
It's just so wild seeing him in anything except the Legally Blonde role.
Yeah, what did you think? Were you like, did it take you out of it at all? Were you?
It didn't, but it's so weird. It's like seeing someone you know on screen almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I liked it. I liked their romance. It seemed like at first I was really like weirded out by seeing him.
Yeah.
Just like being like, oh, we're supposed to really fall for him.
Yeah. I wasn't sure.
You know, Anne Marie is the main character. She's a protagonist. So of course we're seeing things through her lens. So we're going to have to buy Pooh Bear in this role. And I did, actually.
I like how at first, though, she doesn't give him the time of day. And then, like, the first time he sees her, because she works at this hotel. That's like how she makes her money, right? Her and her friends, her roomies.
They get up in the morning to surf, and then they work.
And then they work.
As maids.
As maids in a hotel, a very fancy, schmancy hotel.
With the cutest maid outfits.
Yes. Actually, yes. I don't really usually like maid outfits. But I'm like, you know what? That's actually kind of cute. Maybe I'll be a maid, you know, maybe. But you see the stuff they have to deal with. And I love when she calls out, like, I think it's room 315 or whatever room it is, and, like, publicly shames the dude on the beach.
Yes. It's like a condom, and, you know, she, like, throws all the objects at him.
Yeah. She's like, this is how you, like, take care of this business. But I just love that she just is like, I'm not just gonna take this. I'm gonna do something about it.
Yes. She does get fired, but yes, I love the
Which I don't think that's fair. It could have been worse. She just showed him how to throw away his trash. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she could have, like, totally been like, you vomited on the floor, you missed the toilet. Like, she could have really gone down the list of things and really embarrassed him more, I think.
Yeah? You think she should have gone harder?
Yeah. I mean, that room was a mess. I mean, I don't know.
It was.
And he's like a grown man. He's not, you know what I mean?
For sure. That's a Faison Love's character, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God. And apparently they, when they shot that scene of them cleaning the disgusting room, the reaction shots, like, they didn't tell the actors what they were going to look at before. So the reaction shots were like in real time.
Oh, wow.
Just fun.
That's great. I wonder if that girl was really, like, freaking out over the used condom then. She's like, get it off.
Oh man, what would you do If you like, I could never be a maid. I'm grossed out by things like that. I can't even. I'm like,
maybe I just quit.
yeah. Well, you know me. I'm like, Ashley Olsen's character in New York Minute, like using the public restroom. How she's like so grossed out by everything and like won't touch anything. That's me. So I could never be a maid.
I mean, I have done things like before in like, this is crazy because I've worked retail, but I've had to clean up vomit and like diarrhea. It's really gross. But like, I feel like I've already been a maid.
Working at a women's retail store?
Women's retail, Starbucks. Yeah, children vomit on the floor. I've lived it.
How do you cope? How do you...
You just black out. You go to your happy place. You just don't think about it. You hold your breath. And then you get it done as quickly as possible. Spray a bunch of chemicals. Bleach. Gloves. And then wash your hands.
I feel like I would be like Anne Marie. Being like, no, we gotta shame... we gotta shame some people.
I do love this energy. I think some people need to be shamed. Like, if you're gonna leave a hotel room like that, you should be ashamed.
So you've never wrecked a hotel?
No, I always try to be respectful, throw things like away as much as possible.
Yeah, I'm definitely not like a messy hotel person, but
yeah,
I've stayed with people that are a little more messy. It's a turn off. It's an ick.
It's an ick. Yeah.
Not that you have to like make the bed though. That's also an ick in the other direction. If you're
you
like,
don't have to go too far. You don't have to like put like chocolates on the pillow.
On your own pillow. Like, the people that are almost like, see, I make my bed in hotels. I'm a good person.
Yeah. But what else are they doing? Why are they overcompensating?
I know. Probably because they tip 10%. I don't know.
Probably.
There's always a catch.
Yeah.
But not with, I want to say Warner. Not with Matt. Matt's nice.
Not with Matt. But I love that that's how the first time he sees her, right? And then he sees her again somewhere and is like, I want surf lessons from you. I'll pay you.
And she says no.
Yeah.
And then Michelle Rodriguez is like, you dummy.
Yeah. And then like I love this scene where they like try to drive to catch up with him after she's like, no. And her friends are like, how much? How much for the lesson?
Just in their Jeeps. The most like early 2000s rugged Jeeps.
Yeah. I don't know. It's exciting. They're going against the traffic and people are beeping at them and they almost get into accidents.
It's great. Oh, and then because at the hotel they charge, what is $150?
Yeah.
In an hour?
Yeah, because she sells herself short. She's like $30 or like 15.
But he's like willing to pay. And like all the football friends are also willing to pay.
Which I love how like her friends thinks it's gonna be like he's gonna have hot friends.
Yes.
She's like, y'all got friends? I think it's Sonoy Lake.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's like, you got some friends? She's like, yes. And then they're like, oh, just kidding.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a bummer, but
he's like the star football player, I guess. He's the only attractive one on the team, it seems.
Obviously he's a star because he's the hottest.
Yeah.
That's my logic.
Can't have anyone dulling his sparkle.
No. Yeah. Well, what did you think of Matt as the boyfriend? Like, did you buy into this since you've seen more of him? Did you buy this?
I did. Overall, yes. I mean, at first I was skeptical. But I mean, yeah. He seems like a chill dude. He's not asking for a lot. You know what I mean? He's just kind of there. He doesn't pressure her into anything. He chases her into the water when she runs like fully clothed into the water. He fully chases her in. If someone chases you all the way in the water for no reason, that's a good sign. If they're like,
can we talk about that scene?
Yeah.
So, throughout the course of their budding romance, like basically Matt shows Anne Marie this like world she doesn't know of, like room service and going on little dates, and she shows him surf spots that the locals really give him a hard time for.
Yeah.
But at the end, she overhears in the bathroom some girls making fun of her.
Mm-hmm.
And basically she gets upset and runs out into the water,
Yeah.
like fully clothed, and you would think the scene's gonna like build and it's gonna be this big to do, but it's actually like a lot of the noise and the sound, the farther into the water she goes, it gets quieter.
Mm-hmm.
And when he comes into the water fully clothed, it kind of, the way they use sound in this is very interesting, because it's like this whole time the sound is interesting because you hear like heartbeats a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like a really quiet scene a little bit, and she's like talking about her problems, and he's kind of like, what do you want from me?
Yeah.
Because she talks about like her abandonment issues,
Yeah.
and her mom, and like, are you for real? And basically, instead of it being super dramatic, or on the other direction being like, I will love you forever, he's kind of just like, what do you want from me?
Yeah, he's like, what is it that you want? Yeah.
So I thought that was a very interesting, especially like in a otherwise like teen movie of sorts.
Yeah.
There's like nothing like drama wise.
I know. No, I was expecting there to be drama. I don't know if it's also from seeing like just recently seeing the new Jennifer Lawrence like movie.
The No Hard Feelings?
No Hard Feelings. Yeah, you know, because there's a dramatic running into the water scene. Way different scene, but
yes.
You know, you just like when people run into the water, you just expect drama.
Even with that movie, I think it's interesting when like the stakes aren't but so high.
Mm-hmm.
At least with the romance portion.
Yeah.
Because like in No Hard Feelings, like there is a part of me that kind of wants, spoiler alert, wants them to get together.
Yeah. I
know it's an odd pairing, but I kind of ship it.
Yeah, same.
In a weird way. But like, you know, it's not going to have, like they don't go like that.
Yeah.
And in this movie, they don't go the whole route of like, we're going to figure something out and be together. He's just kind of like,
the stakes aren't even that high when you think about it, right? Because he's coming into town. He's like on vacation, so he's not even probably going to stay there very long. I don't think she has like high expectations. She's just going along for the ride. But
I think at a certain point, but she does talk about like,
where is it going?
Yeah, where is this going?
Yeah.
And he's like, what do you want from me? I do think that is an interesting take on that, because usually you get some resolution, and then this you don't. Like they don't even like break up after this.
Yeah, we don't even know what happens, honestly, because they don't actually have that discussion in front of us. They're not like, you know what, I think I'm going to stay in Hawaii, or I'm going to come back here, or what. It's like not, he shows up to her competition.
Mm-hmm. And they like hug and kiss, and he's like supportive.
Yeah, which is good. But like, yeah, it's like
just how the guy should be. Like, I think this was like cool.
Yeah. Yeah, no crazy drama. The drama was on, like, it was in the water.
It was in the waves.
The waves. Those are some crazy waves.
Yes. Which, is this true? According to IMDb, that like final scene, the stunt double is actually, for Kate Bosworth, is a pro surfer man in a blonde wig.
Okay. I think it's partly true. Okay. Because I had to look this up too, and I'm like, no way. Because I know that Kate Bosworth had a stunt double, and it was, I want to say, Rochelle Ballard. So she was the stunt double, but where is it? Because I read this too. I think it was in the final take. Like, I think it was maybe the long shot. Definitely not the close-up.
No.
But they do transpose her face, I think, onto the girl's body.
Yes, and the man's body, from what I read.
No way. You no.
I don't know. Maybe my source is wrong.
Hold on.
I love how this is the lore of Blue Crush. It's like, was that a man?
Yeah. Well, I think, it's in here somewhere. I think it's here. Hired a surf instructor, close calls. There was a man in a wig at some point yes. So that part is true. But I think she also had another, however they cut it, they did a good job. But I think, you know, the end, like when she's like, do you mean like when she has her fist in the air? Okay. I think that, I want to say it has to be the other double, like, I'm thinking.
Is it the lady or is it the man?
I don't know. I got to rewatch, because I did have this feeling that her face looked really like different. Like her body looked a little taller or something. Like something wasn't quite adding up. Like the way she was smiling, like something felt off. Like maybe like, you know, how AI drawings or something. You know what I mean? Like that feeling. You're like, why do I feel that
like uncanny valley?
Yeah, it was like an uncanny valley, but I'm like, it looks pretty legit. But it's only there for a few seconds anyways. And then she's on the cover of the magazine. But it still felt kind of wrong. And maybe that's why. Because I really wanted it to be Kate Bosworth.
Wild. I know I did too. But I know that's not possible. Like when you see that final scene at the end.
Yeah.
There's like no way an actor, even with a couple months of like rehearsal time, could do that.
How do you stay balanced on your board and lift your hand in the air and smile? Yeah, you would have to be a pro.
Yeah.
I have some fun facts about one of the pro surfers.
Lay it on me. There's so many pro surfers. It's such a fun, like, little nod. Not that I knew any of them, because I'm not into it, but...
Yeah, I know nothing about surfing or pro surfers, but I do love how this movie incorporates real surfers with... Like, it's not just like, we're going to try to portray this without any actual knowledge. You know, like, it's like you see people really ripping the waves, like... Which is so awesome.
Yeah. But that injury in the beginning, that guy was like the gash was on the reef was real.
Yes. They were like filming it and I guess decided to keep that. But that's scary. That's another thing. I think like surfing in Hawaii versus like here. I don't think we have reefs like that. Or maybe we do, but not.
Well, the water in general, there's a conflict that I have with being too in the water, but like surfing is really cool, so I get it, but I feel like you have to respect the water. Like the water's so unpredictable.
Yeah.
Like you can get hurt. We don't know the water. We haven't even explored a lot of the ocean.
That's true. Just think what's under there.
Yeah. The aliens.
The aliens are under there. But one of the pro surfers, Keela Kennedy. Is that her? Am I saying this right? No, Keela Kennelly. Sorry. So Keela Kennelly. Gosh, why is that so hard to say? It's a lot of
like a tongue twister.
Keela Kennelly. But so she tried out for the role of Anne Marie and also for like Michelle Rodriguez, her character's role. Is it Lena maybe?
Or Eden.
Or Eden?
Eden.
Okay. Anyway, she tried out, but they wanted like real actors, I guess, to play the main roles. And she kind of botched the audition. Mm-hmm. But then they later decided, they're like, you know what, actually, we want to see you like have like a huge wipeout on one of the waves. Like, we'll pay you for it. And she was like, oh, I get paid, or I do this all the time without getting paid. Like, I get wiped out all the time on the wave. Why not? Yeah, I'll be in the movie, sure. And then, I guess, Sonoy Lake, because they're friends. And she's friends, Keela's friends with like a lot of the surfers on set. A lot of the female surfers anyways. Like basically like the stunt doubles and stuff. So she really just wanted to be involved in this project. She's like, everyone else is getting involved. I want to be involved. And she was at like the height of her career at the time, pretty much.
Oh, wow.
So it was just a good time. But so Sonoy said, like, you guys really need to get KK to like get some shots of her on the pipe waves. Like, she's one of the best. Like, you've got to get like those shots. If those shots are what you want, you should have her do those. And they were like, okay. And so they decided to give her like a bigger role, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger. And then like, I guess after filming was done, they had to figure out a way to introduce the character because they didn't do that yet. And then they added that scene, like the gas station scene where they're like, oh my gosh, that's Keela Kennedy.
Oh, the Billabong. Is she wearing Billabong or Quicksilver?
I think so. I want to say it's Billabong.
With the tinted sunglasses. She looks like the blonde girl from S Club 7.
Yeah. I know. At first, I didn't know who that was. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, is this Jodie Foster? Anyway.
Yeah, no, she looks like the blonde chick from S Club 7.
It was a party.
Yeah. S Club. They were singing that in
they should have added that.
Jeep.
They should have added that to the soundtrack. This is a fun soundtrack.
It's so fun. Yeah, what did you think of the soundtrack?
It was a good time. Like, I loved how they just would use the soundtrack and like have like montages. Like there's it's like a Moby song, I think. Like when they have a cleaning montage when they're all working at the hotel.
It is such a time capsule as far as like every single needle drop.
Yes. Oh, it's Jam for the Ladies. It's a jam for the ladies. I don't know. That
Who
was fun.
sings that?
Angie Stone and MC Light.
Ah.
But it's like Moby, so he like remixed it, I guess.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
I like thought it was so funny. Well, of course, the Youth of a Nation when that comes on, and I'm like, whoa, I heard this song in 20 years. But at the end, I remember it was always on commercials as a kid. That song where it's like, everybody's got that something.
Yes, everybody's got that something.
I was like, at the ending scene, I'm like, what? But I like, it's such a time capsule of like just 2002 music.
Yeah.
Which, you know what else is a time capsule?
What?
The fashion.
The fashion,
Can we talk about the clothes in all the fashion bits in Blue Crush?
Yes.
So Susan Matheson was a costume designer, and it's the most 2002 surfy style movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Just so many swimsuits, so many bikinis.
And board shorts.
I am pro board shorts.
I low-key am like ready to go out and buy a pair right now.
I think this movie really makes a case for females wearing board shorts, but also, you know that episode of Sex and the City when she goes to the Hamptons?
Yes.
And is wearing those board shorts?
That's where my mind went.
Yeah, those two make a really strong case for board shorts.
Yeah, I'm convinced.
Yes. But like so much, which made me think of being a kid and like growing up, and the only thing I know about surf culture, but so much Roxy and Billabong and Quicksilver, and when they hang out with the skaters, all the Volcom.
Yep.
Which there's such a line, and I remember just like growing up, I'd just be like wanting to wear all of it and always going to the surf shop, but not surfing.
I know exactly what you mean. I know. I have like Billabong. I don't know why I didn't think to wear it today, but I have like a Billabong shirt. I even have like a rash guard. I do not surf.
Rash guards can be fashionable though. Like it makes me think of I think in 1999, Giselle Bundchen, you know, when she was like just starting out and gaining popularity, she does this show where she has like the hair in the ponytail, and it's all like, you know, like late 90s, early 2000s chrome from like head to toe pretty much.
Yeah.
And she has on that rash guard with the little purse.
Ooh.
It gives me those vibes. And also Chanel in 2002, I guess, came out with their like surf line.
Ooh, fancy.
Which people keep talking about on the internet, and there's like articles about it in reference to Blue Crush, but I can't find it. Like I can kind of find like on eBay like an item for sale, like a shirt or something, but there's this lore about like the Chanel 2002 surf collection.
But you can't find it?
You can find it to purchase, but I can't find like
evidence.
Yeah, I can't find evidence except like in recent years Cardi B has worn it.
Really?
Yeah, but I can't find it in like 2002.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So it's a mystery to me, but
odd.
Yeah. But I'm pro like beach wear looks in this movie. Like I love Kate Bosworth's everything.
Her outfits, they seem very like effortless and comfortable, and like I love the idea of just wearing a bikini all willy-nilly, but not it being a big deal. You know what I mean? Like just like, I don't know, bikini and board shorts is the way I want to go. Or like they have sarongs too at a certain point. Or even her dress I think is super cute with the low cut. Like it's like I guess bodycon, would you say? Or
I don't know, but it's like form fitting for sure.
Form fitting.
It's like that low. It was like very 2002, like very early 2000s, but it was like the lowest like V.
Yeah.
Which I feel like was really big.
But not too crazy. Like I feel like a lot of clothes nowadays are cut weird, especially if you're like part of the itty bitty titty committee. Like it's not, you know, it looks like that was just structured slightly or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Not just like a free for all.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't know.
I love the low-rise jeans in this film. I also love there's this one Kate Bosworth is wearing these like low-rise flares, and she was lacing them up.
Yes.
But properly. Like, not like, I don't know if we have them today where you properly have to lace them up, but it was giving.
I have a pair from 2000, like literally from like maybe, it would have to be like maybe 2005 or 6 or something, but they're like they're just like that.
Wow. It's such a mood. I love it.
Yeah, I haven't seen any. I've seen some similar, but I don't know.
But do you have to properly lace them up?
That's how they stay on. I think they didn't make them like that, but they're expensive or something because they're like retro or, you know what I mean? Like I've seen some, I don't know, like designer, like indie designers do that kind of stuff, but they charge like $150 or something.
Gotcha.
But not in your like, not, you can't just go to JCPenney.
Who goes to JCPenney?
I used to. I think I got my pants there.
I feel like JCPenney's back in the day used to have at least like mud.
Yeah, they are. I'm pretty sure they're either mud or Roxy. They're like one of those like, or like LEI, you know, like one of those
like mid-tier,
but still solid jeans. True Religion. I don't know. True Religion's kind of fancy though, I guess.
I guess it's like you're getting higher and higher.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like nowadays, denim, I'm just like, I know Mother denim is very good. Very expensive, but very good.
Mother denim?
People love Mother denim.
Is it just Mother or is it Mother denim?
I mean, it's called Mother, but it's Mother denim.
Okay. Got it.
Or like Paige jeans are great. But
I don't know.
We're talking about denim.
I'm like, mud is all I know.
You just know mud. You're just mentally in 2002.
Yep.
You're like, I lace my jeans up.
I do.
Jeans hang low and you lace them up.
Exactly.
Back in my day.
And my thong hangs out. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I mean, Kate Bosworth is really the star of this. I think it's so funny, but it's so fitting that she would turn out to be like such a fashion icon. Or like a style girly from a movie that's not, it is a fashion film in the sense that it's a lot of swimwear.
Yeah.
And it is iconic, but it's just really funny that like Kate Bosworth basically can just wear a bikini and it's like, you're like, yes, fashion.
I know.
But she does. Have you seen her 2023 Roxy campaign?
No.
So this year, Kate Bosworth did a Roxy campaign.
What?
And it is a nod, a wink and a nod to Blue Crush. But yeah, what are your thoughts on the Kate Bosworth Roxy campaign?
Ooh. Wow, she looks fabulous. Ooh. These swimsuits. Oh my God. These swimsuits are like, I don't even know if the people can see, but it's, I mean, okay, it is very 2000s in a way. Okay, there's lace-up board shorts, which they're orange and pink. And there's like this bikini. It has these like hibiscus flowers, like print, which is also very 2000s.
Very Blue Crush.
Yeah.
Love the platform sandals.
Oh, they're like rainbow. I mean, it is a very cute collection. I'm not going to lie.
No, very, very cute. I love it. Yeah. Anything else about the fashion? Did anything else stand out to you?
Not really. Just there's a lot of like sportswear, like just like you said, like Roxy and Quicksilver, Billabong. Billabong stood out to me, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't look too closely at the fashion, to be honest, because I feel like I was so into the story. I guess surprisingly, I don't know the character development of Anne Marie.
No, I really enjoyed this movie, though.
Yeah.
I liked it. Any other thoughts before we wrap it up?
I liked the message. Like, she didn't have to win the competition at the end, but she still had like she conquered her fear. And I think that was a good takeaway. Because it was realistic, you know what I mean? Like, it'd be kind of crazy if she won against like a really advanced, like, competitive surfer, like, you know what I mean? It'd be a little far-fetched. Not impossible, but
yeah, she still gets to be on the magazine.
Yeah.
And that was one of her things in her rant to Matt, Is that like a woman surfer is not on a magazine?
Yeah. Kate Bosworth. Changing the game. No.
Kate Bosworth, yeah.
Yeah.
I like this film a lot. I give it 8 out of 10 rash guards.
8 out of 10 rash guards. I also give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. I want to say surfboards, but I feel like that's so obvious. 8 out of 10.
Used condoms.
I know, I was going to say, that's so gross. Oh. That's all. I don't know what else to say.
That's all? Cool. Well, thank you guys so much for listening.
Leave us a rating and review on iTunes.
And we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.